One other technique that I use a lot on my designs, and it is very uh, disseminated across the industry, is the 8 pixel grid or 8 pixel rule, or there's other names for like 8 pixel technique, whatever. Uh, but it's like how you uh, keep your file, keep your not your file per se, but like all your screens consistent, because it's basic. It's based on very simple math to organize your paddings, your alignments, and again helps with the structure, helps with the organization, and it's based on uh, numbers that are multiplied or divided by 8. Uh, there are, and again, you can always break this rule. I will show you how to do it, but you have to be careful because you see that people will be posting about using 12, for example, or 4 in some situations, and it neither is divided or multiplied by 8. But it's kind of like one of the two things you can do with that. And just to give you an example of what this is about is like that. Let's grab this screen here at the center. So again, multiplied or divided by 8. So if I hold the Alt key here, the option, and hold over the frame, you see that I have margins of 24 pixels each side from the header. And I have 24 pixels padding uh, for the title. So margins is everything that is around the element, and padding is the in between, the space in between those elements. So here on the title, to the price, I don't have anything, but it's still 24. Still 24. And now I have 8. Why I have 8? Because the baseline of the font already gives me some space. So if I add more padding to that, it will be too much white space and a wasted space. So now I have 8. Here, I still have 8 for the unity, the thumbnail group to the image. If I select here the whole card and go back here, is also 24. And this is wrong. Ha! It's 24 and 22. It should be 24 and 24. So you kind of need to change 1, 2, 1, 2, and then fix this. Now it's 24 and 24. Same thing here, 24, 24. Ooh, 26. Another mistake, Daniel. Congratulations. But probably is because it's like 40. I need to keep 40 here because on iPhone we have that home indicator at the bottom, so I need to keep 40 here. So nothing I can do about it. But like this is how I use and how I structure my layouts. And once you start doing this, it will start to be natural for you. Another example here of how I use the 8 pixel grid is this is also one of my past projects. It's a marketplace for luxury watches. I've done this with TopTal. So I have my search bar here, which is 16 pixels padding from my header, 24 and 24. For mobile, I tend to use most of the time 24. Depending on the content, I use uh, 32, but not that often. So again, I have 16 here for the title and filters. Uh, for the filters, 16. Then I have 16 for another space here. This is auto layout. So I'm gonna teach you guys this next week. Be a whole week focused on auto layout. The grid here is also like it's 15 here because we have a problem. So the iPhone frame is 375 or 393, depend on the phone. So if it's prior to the iPhone, if it's not a Pro phone, it's 375. It's a Pro phone, it's 393 because of the pixel density. So you can see here that I have 24 and 24, so 48. And because of the size of the grid, it's impossible to have 16 here in between. So it's 15. It's 1 pixel. It's fine. So, but the in between the elements is also 16. If I go to a form here on the account creation, you can see that every padding is 16, and the whole form is 24. Again, 40 at the bottom, just because we need the space for the home indicator. If I select this to this, is 48. If you divide by 8, it would be 6. Another example here, a model will have 24. Inside, 24, 24. Menus, same thing, 24, 24, 24. 32, have more separation from the title. The elements in between, 16, 16. This other one, this is a little bigger because the icons here. So if I select here, 32, 24, 24, 16, 16, 16. So you see, like, everything feels natural, feels consistent. You don't have alignment issues. You don't mess with your grid, and it's simple math. So if you want to change that, you simply take a look here at the axis of your element, and holding the option key on Mac or Alt on PC, and hovering the elements, you have that uh, measurements to show the paddings and margins. And again, as much as you practice, as much as you do it, it starts to feel natural. So right now, every time I create an iPhone Pro frame, which is 393 width, I know that all my elements, if I'm using 24 as margin, it will be 345. You can see here, like, it's 345. It's that simple. Like, I create the thing, like I create the button here, I added 345 as width size, because I know that this will be exactly 24 and 24 margins. Again, as much as you practice, as much as you try it, and keep working on those techniques, you will have a consistent layout across screens, and this will help you move forward and keep evolving in your design career. Okay, see you next lesson.